I'm your host, Stephen Vanover, here on the SportsTalkLine Network, where we talk sports 24/7, 365. QB is the link, but Jerry Jones is the common denominator here today on the Sports Van Cowboys Leadership Edition. COVID quarantine day 4,735. I know it feels like it, but why wait? Let's jump in the sports van, and today we're going to be cruising around Big D, Dallas, Texas. Why? To talk about the Dallas Cowboys' lack of leadership problem, which they have had ever since Troy Aikman left town, whether they want to admit it or not. Now, rather than just drop that as a blanket statement, let's offer up some prime examples, which are by no means singular occurrences. Most recently, it was the coronavirus birthday lockdown bash, yay, that Dak Prescott decided to give for his good buddy Ezekiel Elliott. TMZ reported 30 people at the extravaganza. The cops showed up. Dak Prescott went on social media later to defend the event and point out that there were only 10 people there. Who knows what the actual number is? We do know that there's some cops that probably have some really good tickets to some games coming up, when they resume, shall we say. The thing here is, as this event goes down and you're trying to show yourself as a leader worth 35 to 40 million, do you think it makes the Dallas Cowboys want to run out and plunk that down on the table for him? Yeah, right next to the running back who's supposed to be a pseudo-leader of the team that you've already plunked down millions of dollars for. How's that working out for you, Jerry? Yeah, real well. There is a leadership problem in Dallas. Now, just before this event, there was again Dak Prescott, our guy, hanging out with Dez Bryant. And they're giving on social media a bro hug pic showing the two of them and several other guys out working hard, preparing for the season. This is for their fans, showing that they go out every day and they give their all, not thinking at all about the social responsibility they have in the lockdown coronavirus era. What are these guys thinking? It's not leadership. These are team first guys, right? Yeah, right. Dez Bryant, team first. Again, there is a leadership problem in Dallas. But should anyone really be surprised with Dak Prescott? I understand he's got the squeaky clean image. This is the guy that went to throw the trash into the receptacle during the game, missed, and went over and picked it up during the game, just showing that, hey, he had that in his head. But this is also the guy that got the DUI during the draft process, was just leaving an event, and he was hammered. He got arrested and then got off on a technicality. So, didn't show good smarts in driving while drunk, then showed what to do once you are caught. You take responsibility. Well, no, you hire a good attorney and you get off. That's what you're supposed to do as a leader. You're supposed to get off in court on a technicality. I mean, hey, that's the way it is today, right? No, there is a leadership problem in Dallas. But it's not just Dak Prescott. No, let's just not harp on him. Again, the common denominator here is Jerry Jones. Flashback to the Cabo San Lucas vacation trip in 2007, where the Cowboys had a bye week before the Giants playoff game. They hadn't been in the playoffs forever. What do Tony Romo and Terrell Owens, his wide receiver, all-pro wide receiver, do? They go down to Cabo San Lucas. Who needs to prepare for the Giants? It's just the Giants. It's just the playoffs. They show up and they play exactly like they prepared, like a couple guys who were on vacation the week before. Romo got 1 touchdown, 201 yards, and an interception. Terrell Owens on 10 targets got 4 receptions for 49 yards and a touch. Yeah, leadership in action. There is a leadership problem in Big D. Now, QB and wide receivers seem to be the common denominator here, but really, as I've mentioned several times, it's Jerry Jones. This is his soup, and his hands are all over the recipe. And he continues to publicly support his guys every time they bone this, and instead of calling them on the carpet and saying this will not be allowed, He takes his leadership challenge guys and he gives them other leadership challenge guys to deal with in the locker room. I'm not kidding. In 2015, it was former Panthers sack artist and current public menace to women, Greg Hardy, who played one season as Jerry determined he needed a second chance. And after one embarrassing, lackluster season, he decided, well, you know what? He wasn't really deserving of that chance after all. And yeah, there is a leadership problem in Dallas. Most currently, Jerry Jones and company have decided to give former 49ers All-Pro defensive lineman Aldon Smith another day in the sun. Let's look at the Aldon Smith rap sheet, shall we? You might want to take a break and come back and pause this because this is going to take a little while. I'm going to have to read this. 2012, suspicion of DUI, stabbed twice. 2013, single car accident, suspicion of DUI, marijuana charge, and a stint in rehab. 3 felony charges for assault and a weapons house from a party incident in 2012. 2014, false bomb threat, arrested LAX, pleads no contest to the above charges. 2015 is going to be better, right? No, arrested in Santa Clara County for DUI, and then he's cut by the 49ers, signed by the Raiders, and suspended by the NFL. 2015 was a good year. What can you say? I mean, that's a lot going on in one year. But 2016, looking up. But then a Periscope video comes out of a guy that looks like, is reported to be Aldon Smith. He says it's not. Just hammering, smoking drugs on this Periscope video. And it's not him. He swears it's not him, but he does check into a rehab center for another stint in rehab. 2017, things are looking up, right? Nah, he's under investigation for possible domestic violence incident. And then, you cannot make this up, he is a passenger in a car driven by his girlfriend that slams into 2 San Francisco police officers. His girlfriend is arrested for DUI. He is arrested for public intoxication. And then, yeah, a plea deal is reached on that. Of course, there's always a plea deal reached. 2018, police seeking Smith as he reportedly fled the scene from a domestic violence incident after drinking 2 bottles of tequila. Not 1, 2, because 1's not enough. I mean, whenever you drink a bottle of tequila, everybody knows it's not enough. You need 2 bottles of tequila. He also claimed that his recent stint as in rehab for abusers of women was actually a deal set up by the parents of his ex-girlfriends, and he didn't really need it. And then, of course, he turned himself in for violating a court order. What? Yeah, there is a leadership problem in Dallas. But there are signs that winds of change could be blowing, and it's not really because of the on-field problems, it's because of the off-field problems. And by off the field, I mean contracts. You see, Prescott and his camp have been playing hardball with his contract. And hey, I don't blame them. But right now, they're aiming to become the highest paid player in the NFL. $35 to $40 million a year is currently what's being bandied about, is what they're leveraging for right now. $33 million a year they already turned down, reportedly again. But the truth of the matter is, Prescott is not the best player in the NFL. He's not even the best QB. He is the guy with the best leverage right now. And you know what? Bully for him. Kirk Cousins showed how to get it done, and get what you can. These players played for free in college. They've been abused their entire athletic career. They deserve every cent they can get. Go get it. But also, the Cowboys are warranted to kick all the tires before they plop down what will probably be the richest contract in the history of the NFL. And it's not that Prescott is a bad player. He is not. He's a good player. The guy has vastly outplayed his rookie contract and has some serious skills on game day. But here's the rub. He is not the leadership material the Cowboys need on the field. He's not Troy Aikman. He's not Roger Staubach when it comes to leadership, in my opinion. And I'm not just going to state it, I'm going to prove it. Here's what it is. Let's look at Aikman. Let's look at Staubach. They were jerks. On game day, they were not well liked. They were well respected. And that's the difference. On game day, if you blew an assignment, if you missed a block, if you basically did not get the job done, you could expect the QB, be it Staubach or Aikman, to be up in your grill. They were going to let you know that this was not acceptable. They were winners, and they were only going to let other winners be around them. They were going to hold you accountable. However, now let's flash over to Tony Romo and Dak Prescott. These are Jerry's guys, okay? These are the guys that he chose. These are the guys that he picked as the leader of his team, and they are the most popular guys on the club. They are well liked in the locker room. Everybody loves them, and they have a ton of talent. There's no denying that. But when a teammate messes up, they give them a pat on the butt, let them know it's all going to be okay. I mean, after all, it's just a game. Yeah. There is a leadership problem in Dallas. And the Cowboys front office finally may be looking to make a change for the wrong reasons, but the change could be coming. And here's why. Dak Prescott may have overestimated his value. Jalen Hurts, the Oklahoma QB, is currently the 5th QB on the upcoming NFL draft on almost everyone's boards. Heck, let's make it official, on everyone's board. And there's no secret that both the Chargers and the Green Bay Packers are looking closely at him on their draft boards. But did you know that the Dallas Cowboys in the last week have also been showing intense interest in Jalen Hurts? They've been kicking all the tires on this guy, calling up his ex-coach, every scout they can, to find out what this guy can do, what he can't do, and more importantly, the talk is, what kind of a leader is he? They want to know. And now they can play hardball with Dak Prescott, or they could be ready to move on from Dak Prescott. Because after all, Dak is probably going to miss camp, if there even is a camp in the new COVID-19 era. And it's going to be hard-pressed for the Cowboys offense to do well with a new coach putting his stamp, a new offensive-minded coach. They're going to put his stamp on the team, and he's going to be doing it with a QB that isn't even in camp. That's going to be double tough. So why not go all in for 2021, get your QB in, give him a year holding the clipboard, or if Dak decides to hold out, put him in there, let him play, set up for 2021. That is the smart money. That's the long-term view. That's what a football mind might want to do, and the Cowboys front office has been showing nothing but upside over the last 6-7 years as they have stopped making the same mistakes over and over. They recently moved on from a 500 coach in Jason Garrett. Maybe it's time to move on from a 500 QB and Dak Prescott. I'm Stephen Vanover. This has been a ride in the sports van on the SportsTalkLine Network, where we talk sports 24/7, 365. Be sure and hit that subscribe button, hit that notify bell so you get notified the moment we put something out new. And until next time, listen like you play with intensity.